If Marcus Aurelius had owned a credit card, he would probably have taken it and burned it in the name of self-discipline, because even while Marcus Aurelius possessed one of the most powerful empires on earth, he slept on the ground, filled his stomach with simple meals, and constantly reminded himself of this. Everything will one day be temporary, even wealth. Now imagine dropping Marcus Aurelius into any modern shopping mall. Every store offering buy now, pay later deals, targeted advertisements designed by systems, and a world that constantly wants us to spend money. He would probably look around and ask a very simple but very meaningful question. How did life become so expensive? In the world we live in today, economic chaos is almost accepted as normal. Living in debt is easy. Discipline, however, is treated as if it were an outdated mindset. But 2,000 years ago, one of the richest men in world history was writing small notes to himself in order to remain calm in the middle of all this chaos. He did not write them to become rich. He did not write them for people to read for nothing. He wrote them to remind himself. Those writings later became a book called Meditations, and within those pages there's a very meaningful perspective that still works today. Marcus Aurelius was born in 121 AD. He grew up in a wealthy family. He received the best education. Eventually, he became the Roman Emperor. But unlike what many people would do in that position, he did not disappear into power and wealth. On the contrary, by taking ideas from Stoic philosophers, he tried to improve and discipline himself. He learned to endure hardship. He learned to accept loss. He learned not to cling to situations that were not under his control. His life was not easy anyway. Plagues, wars, betrayals, injustices. He saw and went through all of them. But when you look at what he wrote in his book, you see a strange calmness, a very clear, very straightforward way of thinking. Because his purpose in life was not a comfortable life. His purpose was to rule his own mind. Even when the Roman Empire was at the height of its power and cities were full of wealth, Marcus chose simplicity. He warned against excessive pleasure. He did not care about praise. He always knew that true wealth was within a person. In other words, the power to remain right, even when the world falls into chaos. Today, Stoicism has started to become popular again. But most people simply take a few beautiful quotes they like and post them on social media. We rarely think about the algorithm Marcus tried to guard himself against. And that algorithm today is far more deliberate. Because this modern world we live in is, in many ways, designed to make you spend. Credit cards, advertising algorithms, social media, the internet, they all serve the same purpose: to distract your attention and push you toward consumption. So what happens as a result? People who appear wealthy from the outside but actually live paycheck to paycheck, more stress, less financial security, and a constant comparison with others. The idea of Stoicism offers a different path in this situation. Stoics do not teach you to suppress emotions, but they advise not allowing emotions to control you. According to Stoics, some things are outside our control: wars, economies, markets, but we can control our reactions to them. Marcus often reminded himself of this. Death is normal. Loss is normal. Even poverty is normal. The real problem is endless desires. For him, these were not just thoughts. They were mental armor. And even today, they truly work. Think about it. What would happen if you approached money the way Marcus approached power? If you did not chase status, if you did not panic when the market crashed, if you did not feel the need to buy every new phone that came out, maybe you would realize something. Financial freedom is not always about having more. Sometimes it is about needing less. This is not just minimalism. It is actually a challenge to the economy. Because our economy constantly pushes toward consumption. Saying that's enough disturbs the algorithm. Living moderately does not generate profit, but Marcus Aurelius did exactly that. He saw luxury not as a reward, but as a test. He believed comfort could make people lazy. And he argued that real wealth is only the things that no one can take away from you. Today, most of us measure wealth by cars, houses, or bank accounts. But Marcus Aurelius would probably say this: absolute wealth is being able to remain calm even when you lose those things. And today that ability is very rare. Because in the end, financial freedom is not just the money you earn. The real matter is control over yourself. Marcus Aurelius never had a credit card, but he knew very well what becoming a slave to his desires would cost him. And he also knew the freedom that comes from controlling them. That is a part of what true wealth really is. To master the future, you must understand the past. Subscribe to the Mentory and see you in the next episode.